This video is brought to you by Rebloom. Professional photo retouching results in seconds. More on that later.
Hi, I'm Jeff Garlin, comedian of some notoriety, also a photographer. We are here at the Leica Gallery in Los Angeles, and I want to explain something. I am wearing shorts because I just came from physical therapy, and I'm back shit and quads ripped and surgery, and I'm gonna be great, but right now, this is the only angle I can sit without spasms. But Matt Granger, photography, I'm in. So the premise of this whole festival is for me to show you what I use, why I use it. Did I say I was a photographer? I did, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be here. I'd be talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm or something. Yeah, that's a bad thing about these bags. These bags are delightful, the Billingham bags, but too many straps. I'm going to just stick my hand in and see what I pull out, and I will tell you why I use it, what I've used it for. All right, so I am pulling out. Oh, look at this. This is Leica M11 monochrome. I primarily shoot in black and white, occasionally color, but I'd say 98% black and white. I love black and white because I find color distracting. It's that simple. I find color distracting. I've actually taken some color photos that I took in the past when I didn't know I was black and white, and made them black and white, and they look so much better. So this camera is a delight. I'm also at night in comedy clubs, and so I need to be able to see in low light, and that's what this camera does. I also shoot everything negative 2/3. I like to bring up things as opposed to blow out things. But I do know people who are obsessed with shooting higher, but whatever, that's their business. This lens is the 35 APO that Leica makes. It's probably their best lens. And it lives on here for the most part because it's a great digital lens. Not that it wouldn't look good on film, but it's great with this lens. I would not use this lens unless it was all I had at night for a night shoot. All right, enough about that. I have a wrist strap on it because they've been out of the is it Artisan and Artist? Artisan and Artist. I got a black one the other day. These are my favorite kind of straps. I don't like, Matt, I bet you use one of those. Yeah, but that's your Black Rapid type thing, or whatchamacallit has it. The company that starts with an R. Anyhow, not my jam. When I'm on set, which is most of my pictures when I'm on set, everything I shoot is environmental. Everything is environmental. The set photographer will be shooting the scene. I'm back looking for moments, including the camera, the sound, everything's got to be included in the picture. And then I do portraits on the set.
This episode of Essentials is brought to you by Rebloom Retouching software. As a portrait photographer, Rebloom has quickly become one of my essentials. It analyzes your image and offers retouches in a fraction of the time it would take to do manually, and you can tweak the settings to get the results you desire. You can run it standalone or as a plugin for Lightroom, Photoshop, or Capture One. And most importantly, whilst you get beautiful looking retouches, it keeps the skin detail and texture intact. It doesn't leave you with a washed out, fake looking edit. You can grab a free trial to check it out for yourself at the link in the description below.
.50 Summilux. One of the first great Leica lenses I ever got was a .50 Summilux. I remember getting it, this is probably early 2000s, mid 2000s. I was really excited to get it. And back then, it was you'd shoot 50 because that's what lenses came with cameras. Unfortunately, Leica, they didn't. I was a Nikon shooter, such as yourself. But when I went to Leica, and my first camera for Leica was an M3, and then an M4, which I think is the greatest camera Leica has ever made, the simplicity, the perfection of an M4. All right, so this is the 50 Summilux. This, and 1.4, this is my portrait lens. There's no 90s, there's no 75s. I live in the world where my portrait lens is a 51.4. Doesn't mean I won't use it like street or when a million reasons you can use a 50, but primarily this is my portrait lens because I love environmental portraits. All of mine are environmental and natural light for the most part, except when I use the set lights. Oh, this big fucker. All right, this is a Leica SL2S 24 megapixel. I have this because it's my only color camera and I beat the crap out of it. I have the 35 and the 50 lenses, the spherical lenses as opposed to the APO because these, the 35 and the 50, so light. And with the camera, it's not, you got the grip, but what I primarily use this for video. This is you can shoot a movie on an SL2S. SL3, delightful camera, same with SL2. Doesn't appeal to me, it's unnecessary. This is a completely and utterly a tool. And I will use this to take pictures depending on the environment I'm in. If I'm gonna be shooting sports, which why would I even say that? I go to sports games, I don't shoot them. Something where I would need this, and I know there are things, they're not coming to me, but this kind of camera with these two lenses, and I'm pointing here, I didn't bring the 50 with me, this is the 35, but this is really a tool. This is really a tool. I don't care how beaten up it gets, and I don't even know if I'll get the SL3S, because I don't give a crap. This will last me a long time. It's here to be beaten, it's here to be used, and this is 100% tool. Where this is something that brings, I feel this is artistic, I don't feel this is artistic, even though it can be. This camera right here is simplicity. That's what I go for. Of course, whatever, of course nothing. Of course nothing. What was I saying of course for? .28-1.4. I would have the 28 Summicron, but it's unnecessary for me. The only Summicron I have, certainly these lenses are 35 and 50 Summicron, but this is the only Summicron I have. I also live in New York, and in New York, I have 35 Summicron, 35 Summilux. I have the Q2 monochrome, so that's my 28 Summilux, and then I have a 50 Summilux, but my lens is there. And by the way, I'm a successful man, I'm a successful comedian, so I don't apologize for being able to afford Leica. And Leica, no discounts, man. I may be a Leica photographer, they don't give me discounts, no. No, they don't. And so certain things bring me more joy than others. So what I meant about that, because I'm about to tell you, my stuff in New York is silver. I don't want to I'm apt to get lenses confused and did I lose that lens? If you only knew. It's part of what makes me a comedian is my mind is I don't think you'd be scared if you went in there, but you'd certainly be confused. There's nothing scary going on, nothing. I'm a guy who likes to nap. So, but there are things up there that would be very confusing. Anyhow, this is a classic, even though it's newer, the 28 Summilux. Again, I use a lot of the Summiluxes. Yes, I like the way they render, but I need that extra stop when I'm shooting film. I need it desperately. As anyone who shoots film, at night. And also, by the way, during the day I need it in situations, but I'm not afraid to push my film. I use Tri-X 400, and I will push that anywhere I feel like. I'm not scared. Obviously, I stick with whatever I start with, otherwise it'll be hard to develop or ruined. All right, so that's my 28-1.4. I do this to all my lenses every day. Thank you for visiting. There is, so my 28 in New York is the Q2 monochrome. And by the way, I am lucky, as I mentioned before, but I want to make things clear. For much of my career, I could not afford meals. The most I made the first 10 years I did comedy One year I made $20,000 and I did a jig. So to get to where I'm at, and every comedian I know, you gotta work your ass off. And I consider myself a photographer, but this is something that I do. Look, comedy brings me joy, and I like bringing joy to other people, but photography is just an extension of me. That's the most lame thing I said in this. It's photography, it's not an extension of anything. See, I love playing, grab bag. Okay, I got two in here. All right, this is the Contact T3, which is a delightful little camera to use. In New York, I have the Leica Mini Lux, not the Zoom, but the Leica Mini Lux. So I have the Leica version of this there. That camera in New York and this camera, I got for a minimal amount of money. I didn't know until recently that certain people in show business would walk around with this and it became desirable. And now it's thousands, I don't even know. It's up there, and I've paid under $500 for this, which at the time I thought, for this, that's expensive, but it's more than tripled. But I'm not gonna sell it because I don't need the money. No, I'm not gonna sell it because this is fun. What do I give a crap? And my sons aren't interested in using this because I'd love to teach them Leica and everything, photography. So now the other camera that I have in here, it's not Leica also. Look, Leica makes one of these, I have it. I bought this a long time ago, but this is the camera. It's the Ricoh GR3X, because I'm more of I like 40 millimeter. The other one's 28 millimeter. The point I want to make about this is my travel camera. This is my always have in my pocket camera, and it is pocketable. The closest thing Leica makes to this is the Deluxe model. There's a new one that just came out. And I'm not disparaging that model. It's a delightful camera and an excellent lens. However, the lens is out. And also this tiny thing, okay, that's about as far as it goes out when you turn it on. This thing, first off, makes great black and white JPEGs while I'm shooting color, whatever. I shoot the monitor, my monitor's in black and white, but anyhow, it's got a big sensor. What sensor does this have? I forget. APS-C, which for a little camera, that's a huge, I mean, come on, man. I have said to everybody, even in Germany, I've gone there before, like, why is this not made? Why doesn't Leica have a version of this? And I honestly don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would hurt sales of other ones they want to sell, but either way, this is the perfect in your pocket camera to take pictures that you could put up in a gallery. That's how. So I really recommend that, the Ricoh GR3X. And I got some sort of special edition it's blue or whatever, I don't know. My all-time go-to lens, which is the 35 Summilux. This is what I would wear. If someone said you can have one lens, this would be the lens, 35 Summilux. Close focus now, which is pretty brilliant. I really feel with the 35 Summilux, there's nothing I can't do. Portrait, environmental, everything. This is the lens, and this is the one. I mean, I was thrilled when I bought my 50 Summilux, but when I got this, it was my second Leica lens. Oh my God. It's been, actually this one, I don't do this. I make out with it every night. I make out with my Leica 35 Summilux. I love this lens. Look, the APO, they've been tested, there's been a million videos, and I've watched all of them because that's how I discovered man a long time ago. Anyhow, this lens will test a bit better, but I can't believe that I would have my photos. I have a show coming up in Seattle this weekend, or Bellingham, at the Leica gallery there. I can't imagine someone looking at my work and saying, APO or Summilux? I wonder. No one's doing that. So my APO would be for sale long before this one. But the 35 Summilux, it just makes my heart, it's all I need. Truthfully, And by the way, as I'm showing you all this and talking about the silver, I currently, through Pop Flash Photo, am selling 3/4 of the equipment I had because I'm paring down. This is minimal. In New York, yes, I have the silver, but it's minimal. 28, 35, 50. Boom, that's it. And 28 when I know I want a lot of wide on the street. 35 can do anything. And a 50, depending on how I feel and also if I know I'm going to be taking portraits of somebody. I had this made. Let me take off this leather thing. This is one of the Italian guy makes these, and I actually don't want to use it anymore. It's excellent. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to put this up for sale on Pop Flash. But this is a Leica MP. I can't see close with my glasses. It's a Leica MP. A lot of us are like, and I'm getting older, and it still works close up. But, all right. So the MP, it was custom made. It was what they called the a la carte thing a number of years ago, and they made it, and I didn't order it this way. The shoe is all black, and the shutter is all black, no silver. So the only silver that's on this camera currently, because this is the black silver, what do they call it? The silver rim? I just was calling it. What's the name of it? Steel rim. Thank you. All right. So this is my favorite setup of all of this. The Leica MP with a 0.58 with Tri-X in there. The steel rim 35 Summilux. This is a dream. I guess digitally and film-wise, that's the 50. Here's the 35. 35 Summilux wherever I go. But this one is a bit dreamy, which I really dig the way it looks. It's not too dreamy. You get a clear picture, but it has, they talk about character. Like the 1.4 has its own unique character, but this has character with capital letters, except for that R at the end. It hasn't accomplished the full character. The R is small. All right, so yeah, so now what I'm gonna do for my fun is take a picture of Matt as he's watching me, and I'm framing it fun. There we go. I always have with me notebook, pen, space pen. I always carry a drive for my pictures to show people my photos. Like when I, no, it's not there. You know what? I get confused. This bag, you know, it's got two things on the side. It's used for this purpose, or if I'm doing a world travel thing, which by the way, I mentioned I love napping. I'm not going on a world travel adventure. I might go to Hong Kong to visit Matt, and yeah, I don't know, maybe it was an imaginary pocket, but I know it's here somewhere. Yeah, like a, you know, a nice little thing, a Samsung thing. And in here, I just write down notes about photography in general, what I'm experiencing, maybe one of the pictures, I want to remember something. It's not something I'll fill up anytime soon. But yeah, that's not my bag. That's everything that could possibly be put in a bag, depending on what my needs are. So yeah, so anyhow, there's these big pockets. This was designed for fishing. I don't know how many, no, it really was. The Billy M bags were fisherman bags that became camera bags. Isn't that interesting? This is made for fishing. My show is currently in Seattle, next one Mexico City, then New York. My work is going to be seen for the first time, and then you can always buy my prints through Leica Gallery, Los Angeles, and I think you have some that you can show people. I'm setting up I have a really good website, jeffgarlin.com. I fought others for it, but I got it! That at some point I'm gonna have all my photography up there. But what I'm currently working on is a book. My show's called Big Bowl of Wonderful. My book is gonna be called Big Bowl of Wonderful. And It's going to be lots of pictures that I'm really proud of that I hope people dig. That's, yeah, so that's what's going on with me. This is a shirt from a company called Roots of Fight. They have great stuff, but here's the story behind the shirt. So Muhammad Ali, I forget the boxer's name, who he was going up in this fight. When they were doing the press conferences and everything, he refused to call, because Muhammad Ali had recently gone from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, and the guy refused to call him Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali was very calm. Why won't you call me by my name? So they did it enough. In the ring, Muhammad Ali beat the shit out of him, and with every punch he said, "What's my name? What's my name?" That's where it came from, and there's video of it on YouTube. Oh, is that not a great sports story? And of course, Muhammad Ali. All right, so wherever you are in the world, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks.